Welcome to my channel. Today I will tell you socket programming in C. Okay, first thing I have to tell you what is socket. Socket has three definitions. First thing, socket is a endpoint communication. Socket is a endpoint communication between two devices. In networking. Socket is the endpoint communication between two devices in the networking. Second definition is what? Socket is a file. Socket is a temporary file which has read and write operation. Third, socket is a interface between your application layer to transport layer. Now I will tell you, suppose actually according to OSI model we have 7 layers. Okay. First is what? Your presentation. First is your application layer. Second, your presentation layer. Third is session layer. In networking, instead of 3, we are using combine of 3 only application layer. Then in application layer, then total in the networking we are using 5 layer. What are these things are? Application layer, second transport layer, third networking layer, network layer, 4 link layer, 5 physical layer. Between these 5 layers, user can write the program in application layer. Okay, user can write only application or modify or write the code in application layer because it will be run in user space. And rest 4, these 4 are running where? Now your OS or kernel space. User is able to interact only in application layer. User is not able to interact in these 4 layers. But user wants to interact with these 4 layers. So in between 1 and 2, there is a interface called socket. There is an interface called socket. This is used to communicate. This is used to communicate between your application layer to transport layer. Okay. Then question is, because suppose in the application layer is run in user space and transport layer, network layer, link layer, physical layer run in OS or kernel space. Then to between interact with these application transport layer, because transport layer, network layer, link layer, physical layer all are using low level function. That function user cannot interact. So user can interact by using your socket. Then what is socket? Another definition of a socket. Socket is your temporary file. Socket is a temporary file. It has read and write operation. So before know the socket is a temporary file, we first will now draw the OSI model. First is suppose application layer. Second, your transport layer. Third is network layer. Fourth, link layer. Five is physical layer. Understand, this is the OSI model for server. Again, next, suppose this is the OSI model of client. Then what will happen? This is also same here. This is OSI model for client. I will copy it and paste. Then I will copy this, then paste here. Then also link layer. Then so I'll copy and paste. Then what will happen? Application layer is used by user space, run by user space. These ports are run by your kernel space. Then between these two, when we want to interact, application to transport, that time what will happen? Now in this between there is another API called socket. What will happen? Now you first, socket here is a temporary file. When any data goes from application layer to transport layer, it will first write in socket temporarily. Then socket, then what will do? The transport layer will read the data from the socket. First, socket will be read the data from the application layer, and again it will read the data from the socket and send to the transport layer. Transport layer send to the network layer. Network layer send to the link layer. Link layer send to the physical layer. After physical layer means what? Your hardware components. Then after physical layers, here your data will be moved to the client OSI model. Then physical layer to data will return back to the link layer to network to transport layer to where? Now it will be again write your data into a socket. That means any data arrives from transport layer, it will first write into the socket, then application data layer will be read the data from the socket. That means here in between application transport socket is used as an interface or as a file. So but now socket is also called temporary file, and socket is also what? Now endpoint communication. That means socket is always associated with IP address. That is called end device. End device, it is called either source or destination. So I think you have understood what is the definition of a socket. Socket is the endpoint communication between two devices in a networking, because socket means it has the IP address. IP address means it is a device where it is end, either it may be source or destination. So it is called endpoint communication. Second, temporary file. Why? Now because when data you receive from the application layer and it is before sent to the transport layer, it is first write into socket, then again it will read the data from the socket and send to the transport layer. So it will be moved from one layer to another layer. And third is what? Socket is the interface between application layer and transport layer. Because why? Now application layer run in the user space, where REST ports are run in the kernel space. So we cannot directly interact with these functions, these layers. So if you want to interact these layers from the application layer, you use the socket function. We can interact to transport layer, network layer, link layer together, because socket is a function where it will start from the low level called API. So without a socket function, socket interface or socket API, you cannot directly interact with the transport layer. That is called okay. Then now I will tell you what is the, then your question, application layer for which type functions are, which type programs it may contains: FTP, then HTTP and SMTP. This program contains. Okay, that means application layer you can do the FTP program, HTTP and SMTP. Then transport layer, when you want to transport the data application to the network layer, it will follow either TCP or UDP. Okay. The network layer means what? Here it contains the IP address. And link layer means it contains it check the link. IP address to means bind function, all these functions will be used in the link layer. And physical layer means hardware devices, that means OS, your modems, your switch, hub, Ethernet port, these are called physical Ethernet port. These are the example of what? Now your physical layers. Okay, I think you have understood. Then now I will tell you what are the, or then how many types of sockets are there. There are two types of socket. First is internet structured internet socket. And this is a unique socket. For internet, actually socket there are two types. Sockets are two types sockets. two types. First is TCP socket, second UDP socket. First is TCP socket, second is UDP socket. TCP socket means what? That transmission control protocol is a reliable protocol, reliable transmission means reliable connection. It is called user datagram protocol. For TCP, we are using SOC stream type, or for UDP we are using SOC diagram. There are two types of socket. Generally, these two types of socket we are using in internet. Then now I'll tell you what is the TCP diagram structure. TCP diagram structure. First, in the internet there is two types of devices. First is server, second is the client. Then server also has one socket function and client also has the one socket function. Second, socket has, in server side, socket has bind function, and also in the client side, but there is no bind function. Then server side there is a listen, here is a not listen. Then server side has accept function, here is the same has a connect function, and here is the read and write function. Here also just reverse, first write, then read, and there's the close. Then when we send any data server, it is first sent to the socket, then socket will be bind. After bind it will be listen connections. After it will make a queue through the listen function, then it will accept one by one request, then it will perform the read and write, then close it. Same as the client has socket, that socket means it is endpoint communication, then client has socket, then no bind, no listen, client has the connect function, then write and read, then close function. Okay, these are called your socket. Then now I will tell you, okay, after close it, then I will tell you about these APIs. First is socket. How I will create socket, I will tell you. Now I will tell you what is the bind. Bind function means what? Socket has the IP address. Then how to add these IP addresses? That through bind function you can add the IP address to the socket, IP address and port number to the socket. So bind function is used to associate the port and IP address to the socket. The listen function is used to make a queue for incoming connections from the client. Listen function is used to make a queue. Suppose 5 clients want to connect to the listen function to the server, then listen function will make a queue for each incoming connections from the client. Accept function is used to accept one by one connections from the client. One by one it will make a queue, and in the make a queue first come first service basis, accept function will accept the connection, then read and write, then close it. Okay, then now I'll tell you these are the diagram structure. Now I will tell you what are the header files we are going to be used. What are the header files we are going to be used? I will tell you. You just see this diagram. This header file I am going to use. This is the header files, function, API macro. Okay, then net inet slash in.h. It is I am going to use. These are these functions, these structures and macros are used in net inet slash in.h. IP proto underscore TCP I am going to use. I will tell you. Syssockets, connect, bind, accept, send, receive. These functions are used in syssocket.h. stdio.h for printf, scanf, error. Error means it displays the what? Your system defined error message. String.h what? It will be no need. Arpa slash inet.h, it is used to convert the IP addresses into dotted format or string format. We use the arpa inet slash .h. Then sys types, sys slash type.h, it is used the data types, which are data types suppose used in your system data types. And stdlib, exit function, activy, unistd is used to close the sockets. Then there are three types of socket: internal socket, unit socket, raw sockets. Internal socket defines structure detail. Then these header files we are going to be used. Now I will be close this diagram. Okay, not close. I will be open the three editors. Okay. Then when you create a program, you first create a two terminal. First is server, second is the client. I will be do one by one program and I will understand you. Will be, I think will be better understand. First I will be create a two files, server dot c. Okay, in server dot c, what I will do, I will write the program. I think before it was written, but now I will delete it. I will be again create in front of you. As include, what are the header files you have to use? First you will add the C header files, stdio.h. Then hash include string.h. Then hash include stdlib.h. The functions are used in C header file. Then now I'll add the networking header file. What are network header file? Include hash include sys types dot h. Then hash include sys sockets. What are the socket things you need? Socket files. What are the socket files? I have told you here. Socket file. If you want to understand, there is the socket files. Why we use the socket header file? For this purpose, socket header files. You see, for socket header files, if you have to use the connect function, bind function, accept function, send function, receive function, all these are stored inside the sys/socket.h. Then now I will be add the net inet slash in.h. Net inet slash in hash include net inet slash in.h. Okay. Why we use these functions? Because of net inet function contain the structure address and INDDR underscore. Why it is used to store the IP addresses and port. These is two structure used. IP port underscore TCP. UDP means it is used to what? It is the your protocol. It is used to protocol. How it is used, I will tell you after a few times. Then next, I will use orpa/inet.h. Orpa/inet.h. It is used. These two functions are important. inet/ntoa and inet/editor. Suppose you have written the header file, you have written the IP addresses. That IP address is, if you have written in double quotation, you want to convert into original dotted format, then use the inet_eddr. If this is the original dotted format, if you want to convert into what na string format, then use the inet_ntoa. NTOA means network to ASCII. Here inet_determine is the internet address for converting all that conversion functions are used class. So now these 4 error files I have used. Last one is what has include UniSTD. This is the function close function of the socket. So if you want to close the socket, then you will use the function. Then I will use the in main. So this is server file. I know in the server file what I will do. First I will declare int sockfd, or I can also use to use what server, though it is a server file. I will use to the server fd. Which means what is fd? FD stands for file descriptor. Means when file is created, it returns one integer number. That is called file descriptor. But here, when socket is created, it returns a one number. So this number I want to store in server FD. So that number is 3. When after server socket is created, it returns the 3. That will be stored in server FD. Whenever I use the 3 or server FD, that means it will be pointed to this programs only, which I am currently writing. Then server FD. Okay, then server FD. Then I will say the server FD is equal to, I will get a socket. Then you remember socket contains 3 parameters. What are these? First is family. Second soft type. Third is protocol. Okay. Then in the family, you can what to write? Means you are using IP4 family or IP6. If you are using IP4, then you can write AF, address family of internet. But 4 or 6, you do not write the 4, only AF Ethernet means it is the internet version 4 you are using. That means your Ethernet port is the internet version 4. Sock type means which type socket you want to use. What is it? Is a TCP type or UDP type. So I will write sock stream. Sock stream means my socket is a what TCP socket. If you are using dgram, that means my socket is a datagram, or that means UDP type, but my socket is a TCP type, so you are using sock stream. Then protocol. In the protocol field, you will be passed the 0. 0 means it is automatically decided. First take the protocol, which type structure you have declared. If you are using sock stream, then 0 will automatically put the value of sock stream type. If you are using sock dgram, 0 will automatically take the value of sock dgram. Okay, instead of here, you can use the 3 values. But 0, IP proto, IP PRO TO proto underscore TCP, or IP proto underscore UDP. These 3 types of value are there. Okay, you can individually write IP proto underscore TCP if you are using sock stream. You can write also IP proto underscore UDP if there is a dgram. If you do not know whether it is a IP prototype or IP prototype UDP or IP prototype TCP, better you put the 0 only. It automatically takes the protocol type. Then here you can print the value of server FD, %D, but na server FD. Then I will run it and check whether socket is successfully created or not. So I will save it. Okay, then here I will go. Then I will be compile. Let me see whether file is successfully created or not. Yes, this slash a dot out. Have you seen? It displays 3. That means successfully it will be created. Okay, then next, what will do? And next, I will proceed program. Then here, I don't know which value it is going to be returned. So here, I will write the one condition if server fd equals to -1. That means it will be successfully not created. So here I will write the P error. P error means what? Now it will display the error message. I will write the socket error creation. Or socket failed. Socket creation failed. Socket creation failed /n. So no need to give the /n, then exit. My program should be terminated here. No need to go further and bracket close. Okay. This is the for your socket creation. If it is successful creation, then code will be go ahead. Otherwise, here will be closed. Then after server side socket creation, there is, I have told you now, one another function is called bind. So here I will write the bind. Why do you use the bind? Now bind function, I will write here. Bind function is used to associate port and IP address to socket. That means socket is created this server FD till now. Till now it is not added the IP address. If you want to add the IP address to this endpoint communication, use the bind function. Bind function to associate the port and IP address to the socket. So before add this IP address and port, you have to declare one internet structure. Here what? Struct sock_attr_in, and this is what? sock_attr_in6 sock_attr. There are 3 types of structures are there in the structure. First one is what? Now it is for IP4, it is for IP6, it is a generic structure. If you don't know whether it is IP4 or whether it is IP6, then declare this structure. It will be converted automatically this type. That it is automatically converted that type. So this is the structure. Then you see how to declare the structure. Here will declare structure struct. It is a predefined structure, not to declare. I have only show you struct sock_attr_in. What are the data means I want to tell you. Data means what? Now scene port, which is the short 2 bytes. It is contains the short 2 bytes. So here I will tell what is that type short. Then here is the another is what? Scene family, which also it is also short. It is also 2 bytes. Then another is the what? Now long means long IP address. Then for IP address, what will declare? S_. Stop S_attr. This type it will be declared as attr not it will declare scene ATTR. It will be it will declare scene port, scene family, and it will be long. Suppose it will hold the IP address. What will things I will tell you later. Scene IP address, long IP address it will hold. So it will be hold the it will be hold. You can see here the formats. It will hold this IP address IN underscore ATTR. This will be IN underscore ATTR. You can write here what IN underscore ATTR, which is scene underscore ATTR. Okay, till the hold the IP address. It is the hold the what is your port. It is the hold the IP version 4 or 6. These are structures are declared inbuilt inside the stock ATTR underscore in. You only use in your program, not to define like this. So how to declare? And declare what? Na struct SOCK ATTR underscore in. I'll take the variable called client server. Client and server. Then this is my program of server program. So server need to initialize their own IP address. So how to initialize their own IP address? Server dot first I'll send the port scene underscore port is equal to, there is a one conversion function STON next is what? NTOHS NTOHL means host to network sort means this sort. Okay, then same as NTO host to network L stands for this long. Same it will reverse. NTOHS means network to host short, network to host long. So now my program will send the IP address to the what client. So here I will be use what? H host to network short, and in between I will be give the port number is what? 5000. Then question there some asking what is the port? I will write here what is the port. Port means port is used to identify individual programs. In system. Suppose what? Then there are 4 programs are running. First is what? SQL Server. Second, Oracle. Third, MySQL. And I have assigned individual these ports. Suppose this port number is what? Now suppose 5100. This is suppose 5200. This is suppose 5300. Then whenever in the program I am using 5.00, it will automatically connected to the SQL Server program. When I am using 5.00, it will automatically connected to the Oracle. When I am using 5.00, it will automatically MySQL. That means ports are used to connect the individual programs. So same as here. Suppose same as here. Suppose in the system, if you are running 5 server programs, then to identify which server program you are going to connect, that time your port will be decided. 513 means it is one server, 531 means it is another server, 532 means it is or another server. So port numbers are used to create different memory space in the system which are used to connect to the particular memory space. So server.syn port S2NS, then same server.syn family. Then I have told you family means either AF INET or INET or AF INET6. Then IP address is what? Server.syn port family and syn attr dot s underscore attr is equal to what? Now server, you consider this the structure in variable. It is variable name is what? Now server. Inside this it is a structure long. Okay. Inside this you consider and the structure nested structure INETTR. This value is what? SYNETTR. Then to access, then you remember in between these there is also another longs underscore attr, then give a semicolon, then bracket close. That means server is a variable. To access this attr, you need to access the inner structure variable called SYNETTR underscore. Here write it syn underscore attr dot s underscore attr. Okay, same I have written here. Server is the out structure variable, syn is the nested structure variable, and in nested variable there is a data member called s underscore attr used to hold the IP address. Long means it is 4 byte. You have the 32 bits IP address. So to store the IP address, there are two processes. Okay, then there are two processes. First is what? You use this function inet underscore attr. Inet underscore attr is what? It is used to convert the IP address from the string format to original dotted format. So you use the explicitly you can give the IP address, but inet underscore attr. Here give the IP address what? Now want to loop back address 127.0.0.1. Okay, this is the loop back IP address. Otherwise, if you do not want to use this, if you want to use automatically tag, then you can write also IP attr in attr underscore ne. It automatically take the all type of IP address, but better you assign this an inet underscore attr but 127.0.0.1. If want to display the what is the IP address of the system, you can type here IFCONFIG. It will display the what? Your IP address of the system. I am not assigned the IP address because it is my personal system, but it is not displayed. But in any university you can find this. Okay. Then now you come to the bind. Okay. Now you come to the bind. This IP address, this port to the where? To the structure. To add this, you use the bind function. Bind function is used to add the IP address port. Then what is the bind? You have to write the int b is equal to what? Now bind. In the bind parameter, you will pass three type arguments. Okay, first argument. First is the which socket you want to add this IP and port. You will pass the socket. Socket means here ACRVERFD. Then next, you want to bind which variable. Now I want to bind this server variable because this server variable contains the port and family and IP. So you can write also server. What is the incorrect? It has some format. If you want to add it into pointer type, so I have to add struct SOCK8TTR casting ampersand. So we will add the what? Now address of the server. Then here write the how much byte it will be the should be added. So you will pass the size of that server. You can write also size of and write also SERVER server, or also you can write what? Struct SOCK8TTR. Because I don't know whether it is IP4 or IP6. Better you add the SOCK8TTR general structure. Anything it can be take out. Okay. Then here I will check whether this is not successfully binded. It returns the -1. So I will take it if AB equals to -1. Then what? Same code I will be copy here and paste here. Then only changes need but a bind failed. After bind, what are their next function? Listen. Listen means listen. I will tell you listen. Listen is used what? Now to make a queue for every incoming request from the client. So in the listen we are passing two arguments. First is socket FD means server FD. Second is what is the how many backlog means how many clients make a queue. The maximum number of clients you want to connect to your program, you will write the 5. That means 5 number of clients can connected to my program, server program. Here you can also write if L is equal to -1, then same thing will make the copy and paste. If this will be listen fail. If it is the successful, then you can write here what? Now printf, it will not set printf server is ready for listen. Ready to listen from client. /n. Okay. Then next is what? Now your accept function. Then I will write accept function means what? Now int ACCEPT accept function. Accept function is used to accept a connections. from the particular client. Listen function is used to make a queue, but the accept function accept particular connection. Accept function also takes the three types arguments. First is everything will pass the server FD. Second, which client is connected to your server, so here we will pass the client variable. That means when any client connected to your program, that their information you can find here, client. Okay, this variable. Then what is the size of the client? Size of client. That means how much byte it will be trying to connect to your program. So I have to write int, suppose SIG, size is equal to size of client. Bracket close. Then in accept function we will write what? Same type coding. We will write also city stop SOCKATTR pointer ampersand client. Then you will write the how much byte it will be received. Actually means it will receive the how much byte it will be sent from client to server. That means server accept function only receive the how much byte it will be connected. That means it will be return the size of the client. So this is the size of the client. And remember the things. If it is same network, same program, then you can write also size. But it is not a same program because there are two different files. So here anything will be performed, anything will be calculated by the address. So here we write the ampersand size. Okay, you write the ampersand size. Then question, what accept function returns? Accept function returns one new FD. That is called what? Client side FD, which you can use this FD can connect to the client machine. That means this FD is a return by the accept function can communicate the client. Okay, so that means remember one thing, in the server there are two types of ID is created in every server program. First is server ID, second is the what? Client ID. Client ID is the return by the accept function. Okay, when and this function, this ID is written by the accept function when anybody try to connect to the server, and what are the IP address of the client is being stored in client FD. These information are stored in the client FD. You can further connect to the client by using this ID. Okay. Then next, client. Suppose I want to know who is connected to the my server. One thing you remember here, why we use this function? This function is used to convert the IP address. Now inet attr underscore any means what? Inet underscore attr means it is used to convert the string format into what? Into your object data format. But now I'll write one function that will be what? Convert the IP address to origin data format to string. So here I'll be use this function printf. Suppose I want to know who is connected to my server program. I will write what? Connection come from percentage S. So here write percentage S. Right now percent. What is right? Now you can write also inet underscore NTOA, network to X key. You write the what? SIN underscore ATTR this variable name. Okay, then close the bracket. Connection come from this variable. Then I'll be going to close the bracket. Okay, okay, close. Then I will save it. Then I'll try to compile this whether it will work or not. L is on declare. I think it is not L. Sorry, I, not I, it will go to L. Then save. Then it will go to this. Seeing ATTR. You will write the server.syn ATTR. Okay, then I'll see whether it will run or not. You see whether successful compiled or not. Then clear. Then okay. Then if 25 is display there, here you go to 25 line. What is there? 1 if b equals to -1. Okay, b here b is not semicolon given, so here give the semicolon. Okay, then I will save it. Then you see. Okay, after connection is successfully created, then now I'll be go to the client program. Okay, and I will go to client program. So I am not going to write anything. I'll just make it copy and paste because all things are equals to up to that. Okay, then I will go here and I'll be here will go clear gedit client .c. Okay, then you can see client program open. Then I save this. Okay, and you know in client side only what now you need to declare only one variable, that is the client, and also you declare the server because server will client will try to connect to server, but in this program you will be this is the client side, so you need to establish to the client. Then how to establish the client? So you make these 3 lines, copy and paste. Though it is the same machine, so you will be paste it. Okay, instead of server you will write the client because client need to establish with IP. You remember both should be same because I am going to run it in same machine. Here also client and same. I want to tell you that in the server function not bind is there. you try to use the connect function. You see how to use the connect function. Here you go and write down the connect function. int con1 or c is equal to conneCt. In connect function also same, pass the three parameters which you are passing inside the bind function, and also accept. Now same thing I am going to use in connect. In connect function, client will be going to connect to the server. So here you will be write the instead of server FD, I will be used to what? Like client. This is the client side program. So here I am going to client FD, and also here also same client FD, and here also same client FD. You remember server side is created 2 FD, but client side is created only 1 FD. So inside connect will be use its own FD. Own FD means what? Like client FD. And what is the server? Who it will be connect? It will be connect to the server. Sorry, here you do not use the what? Not client variable. Here you use the server because you want to connect to the server. So here you will pass the server. Here you will pass the server. Then here is the pass. That means client should know the server IP address. Then he can connect. So server ka port is what? 5000. Same AFINET, same IP address. So here will pass what? Na server. Here will pass the server information. What is the pass server information? The same stop ADDR ampersand server. Then he will pass the size of the server, size of struct.so.ck8ddr. Okay. And then this will be passed. Then he will write if c is equal to -1. What? The same code need to the copy paste. Okay, same code need to the copy paste. This is not creation error. Here write the what? Connection failed. Then connection failed. Then now I am not going to write much. Here I will be compile and check till program is made. So here I will go to the here and I have to compile it. GCC server send./a.out. Then server is ready to listen. Here I will compile GCC then /a.out and will display who is connected. Connection come from the 127.0.0.1. Then now I will be what? The client will be sent suppose 2 number. One or send a message, suppose hello. So I use the send function. So suppose you will pass the char str120. Okay, then you write the printf enter message to send server. Okay, then you write the scannet percentage s str1. Okay, then I will send this information to the server. I will use send. In the send there are I will pass the 4 arguments. First is what? Na socket. socket is minor na client FT. Second, what is the message name str1, what is the size strlen, okay, str1. Then you will pass the protocol 0, okay. Then I will check here whether it is coming or not. So I will go to the server side. Then here I will declare char str120, okay. Then you write what now you will use the receive function. Receive what send I use the only client and because you need to communicate with the client, so you will pass the client ft. Then what is the message name str1. Then you will write the size up. You don't know how much size it will come, so you will write the size of str1. Then next is what 0. 0 means the protocol. Then what are the message you will pass? You will write the size of IIT s z is equal to this. Then you write r in str1 s z is equal to put the null character. Then printf percentage message from server is percentage s plus n, then str1. Okay, then you see I will run this whether it is working or not. I will run the server. Okay, yes, ready. Then here I will be at the client side. Okay, I will write a hello. Okay, server is getting a message hello. Then server will send and it will receive your client side or not. Then you see here will go to the server. Then same message server will send. Server will write printf enter message to send server, so to send client. Kernel percentage s str1. Then I will send same message, send what ft client ft str1, then strlen what str1, then what 0. Then you will check and go to the display the client side. How to write the client side? Now you will write what int rc is equal to this message recv, what it will pass the client ft, then str1, okay, then size of str1, then 0. And message printf message come from server is percentage s slash n str1. Okay, then you can close 50. Here will be close the 2 FTs, but okay, but first is close 50, close 50. Then I'll see. Then we see. I'll run the program whether it is working or not. I'll run this server. On the server reference, white displayed now printf spelling is mistake. Here server small p need and little capital P. So I'll go here. /, clear screen, CLEAR, clear. Then here run okay, then run the program, you write the hello, then come this side, and client will be enter hi. Message come from the hi and hello. Why it is come to the hello? So what will do it here? Now will be at the what? Receive will add the null character here. So we write one str1 rc is equal to null character. Okay. Then you see whether it is working or not. This is already used. So either you would wait a minute, or other if you do not want to use wait a few minutes, then you change the what your port number 1, because these ports are used repeatedly by the operating system. So you change the port number, then again try to run this. Okay. Then you see whether it is working or not. Okay, then listen, here also same thing. Then the connection is failed. Why did this connection failed? And check it. It is the server side is 501, and in the client side also 501. Okay, then okay, then it is also same. Okay, then again I will run it. So it will be listen, then here will run the program. Connection, why did this connection fail? So I will do the one thing. I will be again change the port. Here will change the port 5000 again. It will work, but it will work after some time. So I will again change it to 501. Then you see whether it is working or not. Clear. Then here run the program. Connection failed. Refuse. So I will be delete this terminal. Then again I will open the new terminal, and here I will go and run this. Okay, then this is it. Connection failed and connection refused. Why it will display? I think two terminals should be closed. So sorry, first what will do? Now compile, then run. Then again you need to this compile and run. Okay, this is the, I think this is 501. Then in the server side also 501. Then after I think 501 and do 501, then save it. Then in the client also 501, then save it. Okay, then you see running or not. Close it, then compile, then run. Server is ready. Then go to this program. Again, this will be need to compile, then run. Enter the message hello. Then here this side will be enter hi. Okay.